Is it like a unicycle?
It's like a unicorn, but like it's every gender apparently.
Yeah, how is it that a unicorn has one horn and a unicycle has one tire, but unisex is everything?
Yeah, and they're never really unisex.
It's all-encompassing. No,
they're usually more masculine, which is weird, or they're highly feminine. There is no in-between.
Okay.
I don't buy unisex clothes.
How do you know what you don't buy anything? I buy it all.
Anyway, I don't like spending my money.
Anyway, so like I said, we were talking about. We're gonna rewind. Bring you both back here. Come on, throttle it. This is what happens when you work with teenagers.
Aye.
Shh, that was really loud.
Ayoy.
You can say that word here.
Ayoy.
No, that one that you love to say, wanker.
We can say wanker.
You can say wanker.
You can. It is not one of the 7 deadly sins. Anyway.
Sorry.
So anyway, how do you guys handle it? Like I said, you guys have a social group at your school, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
In your old school, you were trying to start a group, weren't you?
Back in my old school, I was trying to start a GSA.
You're gonna have to explain that for people who don't know.
Okay, so technically, a GSA is a gender. I want to say it's a gay straight alliance, but it's definitely not. But that's just what we're gonna call it for the moment. So I'm just gonna say a GSA.
Okay, a GSA.
It is a club in school where LGBTQ youth and allies can go and join, and it's a safe space essentially. It's actually by trying to start that because my principal was heavily homophobic, so it never really went anywhere. But I had a few kids come to me, and we still tried to start one out like in school, but it was only during lunches. And I had actually had a few friends of mine who I had no idea were even allies, for that matter, come up to me and come out in the middle of school. And it was kind of nice to know people trusted me that much, but it was also really bad because that school was really homophobic. It was bad. Only maybe 3 of us were comfortable. I don't want to say comfortable. Were openly out.
Have you considered creating this type of group in your new school?
I've thought about it, but in the same aspect, I'm still terrified to even try to start it because of some of the comments I've had said to me.
Okay.
And what some of my friends have gone through. So it's a very iffy idea.
Okay. All right. But like I said, when you guys are at school and you guys have your issues, whether it's, and the 2 of you are, I hate to say this, but you 2 are kind of like glued at the hip. If you're not at school together, you're coming over here first thing in the morning, you come here in the afternoon till your, mom or somebody picks you up. And then you guys are like on Discord or wherever together. Like, honest to God, I swear to God, if you guys weren't cousins, you'd be dating.
No. I like to look at Leo as like a little brother sometimes.
You're 11 months apart.
We are, and I know that, and I forget that sometimes.
Yeah, okay.
Because of the mental maturity levels.
I had to do like the math. I had to sit here and go, wait, yes, okay.
Oftentimes I feel like he's older than me. But Leo, sometimes when I like hang out with friends and he joins me, it's the little brother mom made you bring along. Like, you didn't really want to, but you're not mad that he's there either.
That was every
time we went to Dunkin' and you came with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, my off-brand coffee shop.
I was legitimately swinging my legs the first time I got there because I was like, I don't know these people.
I didn't know them either.
I still do that. I'm doing it now.
I can't.
I can't touch the floor. My legs are too short.
So when you guys,
Yes.
Ta-ta-ta.
Okay, so when you guys go out and you have, I assume you still have gender dysphoria issues, but do you have friends to talk to?
I do have friends that I could potentially talk to about it.
Not necessarily just here in town, but...
I don't talk to my friends about that.
Okay.
Because some of my friends have it way worse than I do when it comes to dysphoria and all that. So I feel like I don't exactly want to be like, hey, my dysphoria is less than yours. But I still, I feel like it'd be almost
invalidating.
rude. Yeah, invalidating.
Okay. So let me, and just bear with me here while I try and process what you just said.
Yeah.
You don't come out to your friends because for you, some of your friends' issues are worse than your own.
I'm completely out to them. I do not want to go to them and be like, my dysphoria is bad today, but because theirs is always bad. Mine's never really that bad.
Okay, all right. So you almost kind of discount yourself a little bit there. And is that part of that? And that you have that mother hen mentality. And I hate to refer to it as such a feminine
I'm more the
thing.
dad friend.
Okay, well, no, because the dad friend kind of goes out there like I do, like when Leo took my soda, and that has that facial expression. Dads will
When
come
it
in,
comes to
like,
my
all-
full group in our group chat, I do that all the time. When it comes to like one-on-one, like direct messages,
Mhm.
I'll listen to anybody who needs a vent, but I will not vent to people. I feel like that's a burden, and I won't do it. But I encourage other people to vent to me all the time.
I'm gonna tell you this, and you're gonna laugh at this because I'm sure you've heard it already. That is hereditary.
Mm-hmm.
I am that way. Leo is that way. Your mother is that way.
Oh, 100%.
The only person who didn't inherit that trait was Nana.
You're right. Okay.
How I deal with my issues is I go to bed.
How I deal with my issues is I chug 3 of these and hope I don't die.
Okay, and for the record, for those of you who are saying chug 3 of these, they're monsters.
These are energy drinks. You should never have more than 1 of a day.
Okay, and we don't want you to think that anybody's drinking anything that
As
they
my
shouldn't
father
for their
has
age.
called them, heart palpitations in a can. Please stop sniffing my energy drink.
It smells good.
Okay,
It's mango.
all
I
right.
know.
So you don't actually use your little circle of, I don't want to say little, that's the wrong word to use.
It's rather little when you look at it like the in-person friends,
Mhm.
but when you account for my friends in different states, it's rather large.
So when it comes to, do you use your friends for anything else? I know that sounds
Jokes.
horrible.
I steal their jokes
You steal their jokes.
and some of their pickup lines.
I meant like you know what I'm talking about. This particular family has gone through a lot.
I have vented to a few of my friends. Me and Leo's, one of our close friends, is kind of like my main person for everything.
Okay.
I can go to them whenever,
Mhm.
and, same goes for them. Like, we just go to each other all the time.
Okay. So support.
Yes.
So and like you said, anybody can vent to you.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Leo? You
You
knew this was coming, so I don't know why blah blah blah.
There's a venting section in our Discord server,
Okay.
so I just spout my words
Yeah.
and then go to bed.
He will leave a paragraph and then wake up to, dude, what happened? Are you good? And then we have to hope he remembers what happened.
Hey, we got a good morning from sunny Arizona on our
Really?
podcast.
Oh, how
yes, we
nice.
did. So we're
Good
being picked
morning.
up. Yeah,
Wait.
it is good morning. Well,
Well, good morning to you. However,
Yeah.
good afternoon for the rest of us.
so Michael,
most
we
of
want to
us.
say good morning to you too, even though it's afternoon here. We're not going to discount that in any way, shape, or
Oh, of
form.
course not.
So thank you very much for reaching out to us, and we hope that it's nice and warm there, where it's like dang near sub-zero here.
Is
20 some odd degrees here, which is a lot better than it was yesterday with
This
our
is true.
negative wind chill factor that we had.
23.
It's 23. There we
Oh,
go.
jeez.
Like I said, negative wind chill factor yesterday. So, thank you, Michael, for chiming in from Arizona. We love that we're being picked up out there.
It's kind of cold here.
Go ahead.
It's funny that we talked
No.
about that because that's actually one of those places. Like I said, when I retire in the next couple of years, I'm actually planning on picking up and moving out west to that drier air.
You're abandoning us.
Count on it.
I plan on visiting New Mexico at least once.
So that's where I want. It's either like New Mexico. It's that dry heat. I absolutely love it. I have friends out there. I mean, not that it's not a big state and I can't live wherever, but it's dry heat. I mean, like I can do dry heat and sun and not have to. The only thing is, Bandit can't come with me because the poor little thingy drowning in his old ducky sweat. Which, by the way, Bandit has been sick for the last week, and we are so thankful that he is finally back to his usual happy, hungry, exhausted self.
He is currently asleep on one of the chairs.
Bro,
He's
same.
like
I wanna take a
totally out
nap.
Code, I know. All right, and like I said, when it comes to my gender dysphoria, I just like right into that one. When it comes to my gender, there's not really a whole lot. Like I come to you typically, Leo,
Mhm.
when it comes to gender dysphoria. That's kind of one of the beauty things in this house is that there is the two of us to go through it.
Yeah.
We kind of bounce things off of each other,
And then there's Kai,
and then there's Kai who,
who's screaming.
yeah, we're not gonna go there with Kai because Kai reminds me of people who are bipolar, but Kai makes rapid bipolar people look calm.
Oh my
That's fair.
gosh.
Oh no, like one morning it's like screaming and cussing and playing with her friends, and then 30 minutes later she's bawling her eyes out.
I have
An
days
hour,
like that.
an hour later we're back to cussing at our friends. I mean, like, I kid you not when I say we make rapid bipolar people look calm. Like, I roll soda and throw candy in her room, and if it's safe.
I am reminded why I'm not here often during the weekends. Thank you. For me, it's different because while my mother is a lesbian, she does not fully understand the trans, I want to say community for the most part. And when it comes to pronouns in my house, because everyone's like, oh, well, not a girl, so he. And I think only once I've actually had my correct pronouns being used in that house. It was because they couldn't figure out what to call me that day, so I got it.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you
I
prefer
am
they, them, and the it.
I am a they, it, yes.
They, it.
I'm currently working on the they, them, and it pronoun for you. I'm struggling.
And that's the one thing, like, in that house, and again, we know that, at least, like I said, again, I am the more patient, I want to say, of Leo and I when it comes to pronouns and proper names. And people, you can't see this, but, like, Ace just rolled their eyes, like, massively.
I did not!
I saw
I have
that.
a lazy eye, leave me alone.
No, they were
Feel
both
it.
lazy. Like, they were, like, rolling back up and checking on the inside to see what was back there.
I gotta make sure my brain's still there.
Yeah, it's there.
not, trust me.
It's
Wow.
run away.
There it goes.
Oh no!
So, anyway, so in that house, it's very, very, very common for Leo's grandmother to say Leo, but then say she.
Oh yeah, she does the same thing to me. The only time she's ever called me, I think, any kind of correct pronoun was this morning. And she called me a he when talking about taking the trash out, I think. I don't know if she was calling me trash or what have you, and I don't think she was.
Well,
but
the other thing that gets me is, like, when we're at the firehouse, I'm clearly Gabe because there's another. I'm dead name myself, but there's another Kim.
yes.
So I'm Gabe and they're Kim. But whenever we're somewhere else, then I'm Kim again.
well,
I'm talking about confusing.
it's funny because at the firehouse, everyone, I've been there my whole life. Everyone knows me as my dead name, and
No, we do not call Ace dead name.
as my dead name.
Hey, you dead name.
Hello.
Dead name, how are you?
Deadpool, but different. Sorry, Mr. Reynolds.
But like any of the new members, such as Kim or anyone or some of the new juniors, will call me Ace,
Yeah.
and it's very confusing because on my member card it says my preferred name, but everyone there does not call me that, so I get confused. I'm pretty sure the other members do as well.
Well, and that was one thing, like, we talked about was, like, the day that Leo was being voted into the firehouse, the treasurer of the fire company called Leo. And this older gentleman, which we've discussed before, went, "Who the hell is Leo?" And we went LP. He's like, "Oh, I heard Leo. I didn't know." But come to find out that neither him nor his wife believe in the concept of people being transgender. And because they don't believe it or believe
I thought
in
that
it,
weird look.
because they don't believe it or believe in it, they refuse to acknowledge it. And that goes not only for him, but for me as well, and you.
Is it like a religion thing where, like, I don't believe in your religion, so it's wrong?
We didn't get into it. My mentality was we had agreed that Leo would stay LP for him because he was just older. It was easier to explain.
Okay.
But it was his wife who kind of came to me and said, "Hey, look, we don't believe in that. We're not going to do that.
We're not going to refer to him as he. All right, then don't refer to me.
It was kind of what I said. I mean, you can avoid the pronouns if you absolutely need to. That's why LP is LP.
Yes.
You know, I can say LP, but if you really go LP, do this, LP, do that, LP, it's going to sound retarded, and people are going to go, "Well, why didn't you use a pronoun?"
And we're using slurs again.
It's going to sound special.
There you go. Look at this.
Okay. It's like the IT10T. ID10T, idiot.
Stop it.
I love that one. Okay.
And they're stepping away.
I know. I just kind of like walked away from the pot. Come back. Oh, come back.
Come love us.
I don't love you.
Get out of my house.
Hey.
No, I'm kidding.
Try to remember. This is live.
No, I'm kidding. I love you.
Okay.
Some days.
So, again, wow, okay, the two of you can't do these together because you throw each other way, way off track.
Oh, I derail everything.
Oh, yeah, bad. Alright, so, what do you think is the state with the most transgenders in it? Per capita. So, let's say per 100 people.
California.
Would you believe that it's actually Hawaii?
What?
Whoa.
Yes.
Wait, really?
Really?
I love that.
Yeah.
We had both our money on California.
Well,
California is very accepting and very progressive.
Well, and there are more transgenders there, but per 100 people. So if you took 100 people, there would be more.
All right.
Yeah. So what about the least?
Oh, Texas.
Oregon.
North Dakota.
Oh, my second guess is going to be Ohio.
Name the state with the least amount of people.
I have no idea
Kansas?
like why I pulled that stuff up or how I know it or why, but yeah, that's exactly what
That's
it
like
is.
a fun fact. You can just pull out like a party, just like party trick.
Yeah.
Get confused.
Did you know, by the
D20.
way, how many
Confused.
of these are? Yeah. So, yeah, and that was, like I said, that was one